Right, so welcome to another episode of Now Zen TV. So here we are, we've arrived at the lifeguard station, and this is looking good for a nice landscape location. Not too windy. Perfect. Here the sea's been a bit rougher to get some choppy waves up on that ramp. There's some nice waves crashing behind it, and that's what we'll try and capture. Maybe do a bit of long exposure work as well. Right, okay. We'll get the video going again once I've set up. And you can see what's going off while I'm shooting. Okie dokie, so what we're going to do, I've got the 24 mil 14 to 24 on, and I'm just doing some shots at 24 mil, and I'm going to crop them after. This is far too much scenery in for what I want. But again, I've only brought a 50 mil and 100 to 400 with me, so I'll do a few bits with the 100 to 400 in a short while. I'll get the sky nice and sharp with an exposure of just 3 seconds. As soon as I've got the ND filter in, the 9 ND filter, so that'll give me a nice sharp sky, colourful sky. And now I'm going to expose for the foreground, which is around 30 seconds. And I'll do one a little bit longer for the shadow areas of the rocks, and then to blend those in together. So there we go, we've got one shot at 30 seconds, which has really turned the water nice and milky. That's really nice. Makes the rocks stand out. Let's have a look at the mustard seeds. They're nicely exposed, if indeed that's what there is. I'm no floral expert. And then I just want to do a longer one to get some detail in the rocks. So we're looking at around about 75 seconds for this. So this is actually a Sigma 14 to 24 lens. I'm currently shooting at 64 ISO. So apologies folks, my battery died on my Osmo. So here I return, and now I've moved away from that location and just step back a bit so I can get the longer lens on and really crop in on the scene. And I'm shooting at f64 f8 ISO 64 f8 and 60 seconds with a 10 stop ND on. So what I'm going to do with the 100mm, I've decided, is to do a 2-shot panorama and stitch them together. So the first shot I'm doing in the panorama sequence is at 24 seconds, and this is to get the motion of the water, the milkiness. And then I'll move the panorama around and I'll shoot for the sky at 8 seconds for both shots. Okay. Switch to get the horizon straight. Knock the tripod off and then again. So we're shooting again at 24 seconds. So the camera I'm using today is the Leica SR3 and a Leica 100 to 400 L mount lens. Let's just check that image. That's great, and then we'll just do one at 8 seconds. For the sky. Okay, that's a success. I'll show you those up on screen round about now. Thank you.